everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how you can do service-to-service communication via RabbitMQ. So for this, first I'm going to go to start.spring.io, select project type, language, and give it a name, and add the dependency web, Docker, RabbitMQ, and actuator. Generate the project. You also need Docker desktop running. Open the project with your favorite IDE. I'm using IntelliJ IDEA. So initially it looks like this. First thing first, I'm going to change some information about the container. I'm going to use the management container. Change the username and password to guest. Expose this port. I'm going to also expose the management port. Finally, I'm going to go to resources and change the Docker Compose lifecycle to start only. With this, I can run the project and it creates the container. I can go to the management console. Next, we're going to write the configuration that connects the application to the queue. First, I'm going to set some constant with the queue name, the exchange name, and route key. Next, let's create the configuration class. I'm going to take the configuration, add a bean for queue. Select the Spring one. Next, I'm going to add a bean for exchange. I'm going to use topic exchange and the topic exchange name. Finally, create a binding that binds these both together. Using the binding builder, bind queue with exchange to and with the routing key. So with this, we can do basic communication via text, but we want to send JSON object. So for that, we need one more bean, which is a template. We're going to use Rabbit template with the connection factory. We need to inject that first. And apply the converter. To Jackson message converter. Next, create the object that we want to send from the application to the RabbitMQ. Let's call it book. Let's create a service next that sends the book from the application to the RabbitMQ. Let's call it producer. Inject the template. Create a method that sends this message. And use this template.convert and send. So I'm going to set the exchange name and the routing key and the book, and that's it for this service. Now to access this service, we need to have a API. So let's create that. annotation request body. And check the producer. Like this, I can run the application again. Now if you go back to the management UI, you can see in the queue, there is a queue created, and in the exchange, there is the exchange created. In case it is not created automatically, you can use this and create it manually for exchange, and similarly for the queue. Now let's make this API call to send the data. Getting successful result. Now if you go to management console again and go to the queue, we see there is one message in the queue. We can send another message. Go back to the management console and we see another message. Click on the queue and click on this get message. So we have two messages now, the two, and select get message and we get both the messages. Now it's gonna stay here as no one is consuming it. So to consume these messages, let's create another service that's going to consume these messages. For this, again, let's go to starter.spring.io. Let's create another service, maybe calling it order service. So you already have the Docker running, so you don't need this here. Generate the project, open it with the IDE. So code is going to be similar to the other service. So I'm going to go here and copy some code. So you're only going to be consuming messages from here, so that's why you don't need this, but you can send messages from these services as well. And after receiving the message in this service, we need to convert it back to object, so that's why we need another converter over here. Let's call it listener container factory. Here, similar to before, we're going to inject the connection factory. We're going to use simple Rabbit listen container factory and apply connection factory and message converter like before. Here, instead of producer, we created consumer. We know the object type from the other service that we're going to consume, so let's just copy that from other service and bring it over here. Write a method for consuming. And simply add an annotation Rabbit listener with queue and container factory. And that's it. That's all you need for this service. Now as soon as we run it, you will see that from the management console, these are being read to that service and this is going to go away. We need to change the port to the new service as the other service, and this one is running in port 8080. So just change the port to 8081. Run the application. We did not do anything. So first let's just print it over here and run the application. Now as soon as this is running, we will see from the management console this 2 is being consumed and this becomes 0. As you can see, it's become 0. And if we go over here, you see this 2 is being printed. Let's clear the console and go back to the book service, make another call, and this time as soon as I make the call, you go to the next service and you will see that it is being consumed. So yeah, that's it. That's how you communicate from one service to another service using messaging queue. In this case, I'm using RabbitMQ. I hope you like this video. If you have any question, feel free to ask in the comment below. I will upload this code into GitHub and post the link in the video description. So that's it. Have a nice day. Bye bye.